My 29M soon-to-be ex-husband seems to feel entitled to another chance with me, 28F. My husband and I have been together almost 8 years, married for 2.5 of those. Last May, 2019, we separated seemingly overnight. He left me and our toddler and moved back to his hometown. There was never a solid reason given, just that he felt we should have never gotten married. In July, he changed his tune and wanted to be a family again. He was still at his job in his hometown, so I decided I would ride it out at my job in a different city for a couple of months to build my resume and then start looking for other jobs in his hometown. After 6 months of a brutal commute, taking care of our child during the week by myself and driving to his hometown every weekend, interviewing basically bending over backwards, I finally landed a great job in December, a week before I was to move into the new house we were buying together and start my new job. I found out he had been having an affair. He begged and pleaded for me to stay with him, said he'd break off all contact, and I foolishly agreed to give him another chance. 2 days later, while I was back in the different city and completing my last week of work at my old job, he unblocked her on everything and liked her pictures on Instagram. I was devastated. On top of that show, he kicked me out of the house we were supposed to move in together, and I had to find a new place to live TWO days before starting my new position. We have lived separately ever since. He has said and done so many hateful things in this time period, and said so many times that he wants a divorce that I've lost count. Up until a month ago, he was still maintaining contact with her. I saw her car at his house, took pictures for the lawyers, etc. And he admitted he had been talking with her still. I stopped doing the pick-me dance about a month ago and stopped reaching out to him besides contact about our child. Now he has suddenly changed his tune and is desperate to get me back and will do anything. He has unfollowed her on everything, unliked all her pictures, tells me not to give up on our family. I've moved on. I am not interested in pursuing another relationship with him. He's hurt me deeply and I feel like I've been over by him so many times that I've lost count. How can I tell him there isn't a chance without sounding like a completely heartless person? I still want to be able to maintain a strong co-parenting relationship with him, so I am friendly to him, but he seems to take that as I want him back. I have relayed to him my feelings, but they fall on deaf ears. He says he will never stop trying to get our family back together and does not want a divorce. I do. Does anyone have advice he edited to add, just to show the kind of person he is? When I asked him about the reason for his sudden change of heart, he said it was because I seemed stronger. Ah, the irony. Honestly, a big thank you to the for yanking the rug under my feet not once, but twice, because I truly have realized how much better I can do and how I don't need anyone but myself to have a happy life. 2nd edit. Seriously, thank you to everyone who has read my story and commented. You have no idea how much it's helping me to focus on myself and realize I need stop considering the feelings of someone who had no consideration of mine. I only hope that anyone who is in a similar situation realizes that you can and you do move on. And I promise that you will feel like a 10,000-pound weight has been lifted off your back. 3rd edit. He is being served papers in the next 1-2 weeks. Guarantee thy changed mask slips off. I hope I'm wrong. But I've learned all too well that my gut feelings are usually spot on. Hopefully I'll be back with an update in a few months with the good news that the split is official! Well, turns out my gut instincts were right. The entire time he was begging for another chance and promising this time would be different. Eye roll, he was still sleeping with the affair partner and telling him he loved her and would do anything to make it work with her. It didn't even hurt me to find it out. I was that unsurprised. It just helped me stop feeling guilty. I divorced his. I thank the universe every day that he is no longer connected to me in a romantic way. It feels like an enormous weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Shortly after my original post, I met someone by chance at a wedding and fell in love. This person is everything my ex-husband was not. The kindness, compassion, and respect they show not just me, but to my daughter as well, is like something from a dream. I never knew love could be so easy. To anyone in a loveless marriage reading this, leave. Do the hard thing, especially if they have a pattern of leaving / returning / cheating, etc. Lord knows I was terrified to cut the cord. At one point in time, I was actually starting to feel bad for the guy because he was begging me every single day for another chance. He tried to convince me that getting a divorce would ruin my future, our daughter's future, that she would come from a broken family, but it was the exact opposite. It was broken already and I fixed it. Once I made up my mind that divorce was the best option, I absolutely thrived. I learned independence. I found how to be happy on my own. I found happiness in a partner. Life has never been so sweet. The bad makes the good so much better. Thank you. It helped turn my graveyard into a garden. Story 2. Is my husband cheating? He don't even know how to start this thread. I'm kinda speechless honestly. I guess I will just start from the beginning. My husband, 32 and I 34, have been together for almost a decade, married the past almost 4 years. I was just getting out of a failed marriage full of infidelity on his part. My husband has always been upfront with me about everything. For example, if some random chick messaged him on FB, you know, the folks with the obviously professional half-naked profile pics that are only trying to either scam you or gain a followers, or if someone hit on him while we were at the store and went to the bathroom, you know he would be upfront and completely honest about everything. We had our problems, but not anything like what we are having now. About 5 years ago, his mother passed away unexpectedly from a heart attack. She was all he had family-wise. This caused him to pick up the bottle to numb the pain from his mother's death. His drinking steadily got worse until one day in February of 2020 he was blackout drunk and assaulted me at my job. He had never hurt me emotionally or physically prior to this. He ended up in jail for 5 months, and we separated. Since we were separated, I had actually got into a relationship with an old flame. I quickly realized that I didn't want this. I wanted my husband. In July of the same year, we decided to work things out with the condition that he start going to AA and counseling. He agreed and did everything so great. In fact, he has completed counseling and is down to an as-needed basis and has been sober 8 months. I am so proud. Here's the thing though. He has been the only man I have ever trusted in regards to relationships until Feb of this year. He is definitely super depressed and has been since Feb. My gut is feeling me that there is someone else, but I find no evidence of such. No messages with other women, suspicious apps, nothing shady in his search history, call logs or messages. That is until this morning, I went through his phone and found this new app he has named Spreely, and I went and looked at it. All seemed to be fine. He apparently made his profile this morning, and I learned that it's a social media service that supports like political free speech and such. Well, my spidey senses started to buzz uncontrollably, so I downloaded the app and logged into his profile to see what happens. We know each other's passwords for everything. He has sent about 20 friend requests to only women. One accepted so far. I do not have a Spreely account, and he never told me about it like he normally would. I haven't mentioned it either. So here's my question. Do you think he is cheating? Planning to cheat? Or what cause? I'm kinda freaking out about this.